and then they will set up your further full loop in which you can expect 2 coding rounds. Senior software engineer roles, you might expect 1 more extra system design round. I believe the hardest part here is to actually get the initial online coding test or the initial recruiter call. One will be like bare minimum mandatory. If you don't even solve one question, assume you are rejected. If you are able to clear this, then you will be entering your full loop altogether. One of the 4 questions in the 2 rounds you might expect to be of the medium level. So what that team is probably doing, they will take up some particular problem statement within that team. It's a very niche and very specific question to the things that the team was already doing. Microsoft is definitely considered as one of the dream tech jobs by a lot of aspiring software engineers. If you are also somebody who is technically trying to apply for Microsoft and is actually preparing for Microsoft software engineering interviews, then you are actually on the right video. I myself cleared the interviews for Microsoft for Software Engineer 2 role, and in this particular video, I'm going to talk about what should be your preparation strategy if you want to clear Microsoft. What are the set of rounds that you can actually expect, the difficulty of the rounds, how you should prepare for it, and whatnot. So without any further ado, let's just start. But before starting the video, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing because we are going to put some really awesome content coming up ahead. So let's just start. So before moving forward in the video, I would like to tell you about the brand new offering of Algocamp, which is the Lambda 5.0 course. So this is the 5th iteration of the flagship advanced backend development course with Node.js, but this time it's bigger and better. This time, Algocamp has introduced a lot of new projects. The whole ecosystem is going to be more AI powered. There are projects including Lovable Clone, your own AI fitness tracker, own AI interview planner and interview prep, I would say, tool. There is some deep engineering concepts around distributed transaction using which you're going to make a payment system or a payment wallet system altogether. There's going to be a workflow manager project. You're going to try to understand how exactly you can use the concepts of, let's say, CDC in order to implement different projects. A lot of deep technical projects and deep technical understanding you are going to get. This particular course is going to focus on making sure that you understand the system architectures and deep system concept that a lot of senior engineers are always involved with, and try to make projects on top of that. You are going to see actual scaling strategies, replication strategies, how you can make sure that your system is fault tolerant, and concepts around, let's say, Kafka, concept around Redis and whatnot. There is so many different projects that are actually added, including a WhatsApp system, something like a Netflix-like system, a Twitch-like system, a lot of AI-powered tools. We are going to actually make something like Lovable Clone and whatnot. Do check out the link in the description section below. Get the idea about all the projects that you are going to get and build. This is something that will take you from an absolutely beginner level backend developer to a very advanced level backend engineer altogether. We have received such great testimonies from the last set of batches, and people are actually loving what we already built, but this time we have made sure that this is bigger and better. So do check out the link in the description section below and use this coupon code to get massive discounts on the current price. And now let's go back to the video. Now, let's assume for a moment that you are able to get your resume shortlisted at Microsoft. So you can expect the following set of rounds for your complete procedure. I'm talking about the rounds with respect to mid-level software engineer, that is software engineer 2, but you can expect +1 or -1 round for, let's say, software engineer 1 role or senior software engineer role as well. So the first phase is going to be an online coding test, which if you pass, you will be landing up with the recruiter call where they will try to understand more about you, and then they will set up your further full loop in which you can expect 2 coding rounds, 1 system design round and 1 behavioral round. If you're somebody who is applying for software engineer 1 role, then you might expect 2 or more than 2, like let's say 3 coding rounds without any system design round. For senior software engineer roles, you might expect 1 more extra system design round as well. This is the overall structure, and once this complete full loop is done, then you will get your feedbacks based on your full loop altogether. Now, I believe the hardest part here is to actually get the initial online coding test or the initial recruiter call, because Microsoft is, I believe, pretty much picky. If you just directly apply from the career side, there's a good chance that you will not even hear back, or let's say you'll just directly get a rejection. Good way would be that you try to get some referrals. If somebody is able to refer you at Microsoft, definitely 10 to 20% you have a higher chance of getting a call back in terms of positive reply that they are ready to go with a full loop or at least offer you an online coding test as well. Now, in the remaining part of the video, I'll talk about what each round expects from you and how you can prepare for that. Now, trust me, if I compare the online coding test of Microsoft with the I would say DSA rounds or the coding rounds of Microsoft that will happen in the full loop, then online coding test is slightly a bit more difficult. In this particular test, you will be expected to solve 2 questions in which one will be like bare minimum mandatory. If you don't even solve one question, assume you are rejected. For the second question, if you are able to solve at least 80 to 90% test cases, then you can be hopeful that you will get the call for full loop. If you solve both the questions, then of course you will be more or less ready. The questions might be a bit on, as I said, a difficult side, like at least lead code medium, where you can expect questions around heaps, trees, and these questions might not be very typical tree questions. You might be given some very different way of constructing the trees. For example, you will be given 2 arrays in which one of the array will give you the node value. The other array will tell that at the ith index, you will be having the parent of the ith node altogether. So very different way of structuring the trees would be there. But if you're somebody who has coded a lot of questions, coded tries, coded trees, then these kind of like coding structures will not be that difficult for you. And in general, the first question is relatively like easy to easy medium. The second question you can expect to be on the lead code medium side. If you are able to clear this, then you will be entering your full loop altogether. Now, I believe that in Microsoft, the coding rounds are definitely on a bit easier side. I know it might sound a bit ridiculous to a lot of people. A lot of people think that like big tech companies ask very difficult questions in terms of coding questions, but that is technically not the case with Microsoft. You can expect in the 2 coding rounds, you can expect at least 2 easy medium questions, which will primarily be somewhere around very famous questions of linked list, very famous questions of binary trees, binary search trees, etc. Right? These questions will be like very quick wins for you. And then in each round, because every round is of 1 hour, so you'll be expected to solve 2 coding questions. The important part is you need to write the full running code for both of these questions. The second questions would be around easy medium to medium level, like one of the 4 questions in the 2 rounds you might expect to be of the medium level, which can come up from the topics around heap. In general, I have seen very less frequency for DP. You can expect questions on graph, but dynamic programming is something that at least I have seen very less getting asked. Instead, problems around stacks, linked list, binary tree, binary search tree, hash map, these basic topics or more simpler topics are more frequently asked. So do prepare accordingly. Make sure that the general questions or the most famous questions on lead code of Microsoft you have solved. There is a good chance the next set of questions will be coming from there only. Now, I believe in the full loop of Microsoft, the hardest round is going to be the system design round. I am definitely I felt very good when I gave my system design round, because in case of Microsoft, I believe the system design rounds are not like typical system design round where you'll be asked to, like, let's say design Netflix, or let's say just design YouTube, or let's say design Book My Show. That's not the case. Instead, they will probably pick up very niche problem, something from your expertise or your domain of work that you have already worked with, or something with respect to the team. So in general in Microsoft, your hiring is already decided for a specific team. So what that team is probably doing, they will take up some particular problem statement within that team, and then they will ask you to design a corresponding solution on top. For example, in my case, I was actually asked that I need to design a service which will be technically called by a lot of upstream services. The role of this new service is going to determine that for a given user ID, what would be the shard string for which the shard is expected to be connected for all the database queries. So this service was expected to return a shard string based on the user ID that the upstream services which might need to technically connect with. I was expected to make this service as highly available as possible and as fast as possible as well. So you can see it's not like a very general system design question. It's a very niche and very specific question to the things that the team was already doing. So try to prepare accordingly. I believe go via the first principle. Try to break down the problem well. Try to solidify your requirements and non-functional requirements. See what are the quick wins that you can get. See how you can structure a very basic design first, and then start going into the scaling aspects. Just a quick fun fact, This round was expected to go for 1 hour for me, but in my case, this round went for 1.5 hours. I was kind of like given a break for 2 to 3 minutes in between because the discussion overall was pretty intense. So I believe this is how you should prepare. Don't be panicked that you will be getting some random questions. It's not the case. It's like it will be more actual real life problem. It will be not like you have to design the complete Netflix. No, it will be like very specific problems. So of course, the requirements will be less, but it will be a bit more challenging to structure it. It will be a bit more challenging to keep it more realistic. That's, I would say, how you should prepare for the system design round. Now the hiring manager round is, I would say, it's not that difficult. You can expect all the regular behavioral questions like situation based questions where you will be asked that let's say, have you been in a situation where you received some strong feedback from your colleagues, or you got a pushback from your team members, or you initiated a new project, or you had a creative liberty and you were able to design something brand new, and so on. Like these kind of like regular behavioral questions will be there. Try to answer them with respect to the star pattern. Try to make sure that you have real stories where you have actually worked with, because trust me, if you're just making up stories in behavioral rounds, you will be easily caught altogether. So don't worry about this round. If you have like nailed the previous 2 coding rounds and system design round, this should be pretty much a cakewalk to technically clear. And that's it for this particular video. I think this video would be useful for everybody who is trying to apply for Microsoft. The overall rounds are not that difficult, to be very honest. You can expect the overall average difficulty to be around medium or just slightly lesser than medium altogether. Specifically, system design round will be a choke point for a lot of people. So do keep that in mind. Also, make sure that you have visited all the recently asked questions in coding round and system design round on LeetCode. This will help you to practice better. Do let me know in the comment section if you have any questions regarding the Microsoft interview process, or do let me know in the comment section also that if you want me to make similar kind of videos for similar tech companies, that how you can actually prepare for them. That being said, let's wrap this particular video here. We're going to meet soon in the next set of videos. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. I'm Sanket Singh, signing off.